I have to close all this stuff down. Still have to get the chat up, so bear with me. Okay. Let me just get the okay, hold on a sec. My name up. I gotta get the chat up. It'll take a second, but we'll go live here. And hopefully everything doesn't break. All right. I gotta get, let's get the Twitch up. YouTube. Hold on a sec. I am setting up the chat. If I can see what I'm doing. You hear weird things. Okay. It's not your username. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's see if it works. Hi! I am getting the chat up and I will be able to... doesn't show anything. Oh, there it is. Select. Hi, you guys. Hi, JD. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. You're the first to show up, I believe. I think it's selected. Okay. Already added. Okay, so we're going to add Twitch now. I don't think Twitch is just... Oh, I'm doing well. I can't complain. Sorry. I was figuring out why the chat was always, hi Monica, was always, like repeating itself. I figured out why. So, that was fun. But otherwise, I'm doing good. Let's see, I gotta put TikTok on here, right? Yeah. And my username on TikTok is, I always forget, because I had to change it. Well, it wasn't consistent across everything, because it had to be, somebody had Angie in Wonderland already or something like that.
Guys, I have literally tried 3 times to record a reading today and it hasn't happened.
Yeah, it's Angie. Okay. Just trying this up. Hi. So I'm going to do readings today, of course. So if you guys want a reading, let me know. Otherwise, let's see on Facebook. I can start putting a list down of who wants to do readings. Let's see. I think this will work. I don't know why it's doing that again. Let's do, oh, you love one? Okay. It's going to probably repeat itself like it did. See, it's repeating again. Why does that? Read only mode. Oh, I think, oh, okay. I see why it's doing it. It was doing it wrong with them. Oh, geez. Hold on a second. I thought, oh, it'll be fine. I could just quick do this. No, it did not. It's not. It has a different agenda here. Okay. Hi, See-Through. How you doing? How is it? Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's this. I see. I see what it's doing. As long as I'm not showing everything on my... Alright. I'm logging into things. Just logging in. I don't know why it's not... Oh, try another way. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Oh, now it wants to do Bluetooth? That's not gonna work. Oh. Yes. I do have my phone. How you guys doing? like, okay, on your Gmail app. This is how it is. Like, I should have signed in. I was figuring out this thing and I thought, use one of your 8 backup codes. Oh, I don't have a backup code. Okay, well, that's just not going to work. We're just going to do a standard, I guess. Okay. It's just not working today. Okay. Oh, I gotta stop the connection before I do that. Okay, fine. Close WebSocket. Connect. Oh. Okay, we're just not gonna... standard activate. Okay, it's fine. It's recording. It's like it's double doing the double. It's doing the double duty anyway. It's fine. Okay. All right. And I'll just sign into this one yet. It's not. Okay. What? And sign in. Okay. Laughing at me, Lurko. I know. I'm just crazy today. I am crazy. All right. Hola. Okay, I think I got it all set up. It's like it's working in some way, right? I don't know. Okay. Alrighty. Now if I could see the chat myself, that'd be good. That would be a good idea. Oh, did I just close it down? Well, that's hilarious. Okay. Very fascinating, I'm sure. Okay, I got it up. All right, here we go. We're good. We're good now. All right, we're all good. All right, JD, if you're still there, will you go out tomorrow night, Claire? I don't. I'll look into it. All right, we got JD. JD's on the list, I think, and then I can give you a reading, Claire, and she's here. Like she said. And I don't know what my social stream's not working. Oh, I just started. Oh my gosh. Oh, everything glows down, which was funny. Okay, connect, activate, sign in. I closed down the thing on accident, and I was like, oh man, it just didn't work now. So, okay. That was funny. And then we're on select live, and we're on this one, standard. Okay. Okay, sorry. That's just crazy. I think it's working. All right. Then you guys can hear me, which is good because I changed all that too. Okay. Whew. All right, JD. I think where'd that thing go? So I think it's working. Maybe. Okay. I wish I could just figure it out. I thought I had it figured out, but I didn't have it figured out, I guess. I have all your chats up here, the other ones, but okay. That's better. Now I can see who's actually on. I figured that out too. All right. I'm learning things. Okay. Oh, this one's like way over here now. Okay. You go over here. Sure. No. OBS got moved somehow. Okay. This is just ridiculous all of a sudden. I'm like, where's everything? I can't see anything. Okay. My social stream's not working, but all right. It's not working. I think it's just stuck. All right. All right, let's just center ourselves for a bit, away from the chat. Chaos. And we'll give her JD a message. I thought I had it fixed. Okay. All right, I got Angie. Alice in Wonderland cards. They're my cards, but they're called Angie in Wonderland. So, Alice in Wonderland. Going crazy. Thank you, Panther, for liking live. I appreciate it and following me. I can always give more readings out. And let's see what I can do here. All right. Ooh, I want to be queen. Stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. So that's your card. Okay. All right, Panther, I'll let you know. Oh, Diana. So, JD, this is your card. I want to be queen. I think it's just more of keeping up your femininity more so, like you're just more this makes me feel like more of the queen of your castle. Just more confident in your role in that aspect. And I'm not saying that as in a relationship way. I'm more so like just being like, you know how you have I'm thinking you have more of a princess, and then you have the queen, where the princess can kind of play a little bit more. I think you're more owning the queen part of that, JD. Just becoming. I mean, I think it's just you're bringing on more responsibility, and you're owning it. I think it feels like you're. It's not one of those things where you feel like you're in too big of shoes. I feel like you feel like it's you feel like a good fit. Like in the past, I think you wouldn't have felt that way. In a way, I feel like we all are like have this idea that we're still that kid inside of us, but I feel like you're more embodying and feeling like, I don't know how to say, feeling like the adult, but like we always feel like we're not at the age that we are, still feel like we're like 18. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like you're more of a grown-up now. Yeah, like the queen, you really embody it, and you're really, really feel that. You're comfortable in it. Yeah. Just you're comfortable in those shoes, where a lot of other people would be like, there's just too much. there's just something about that shift. I don't know if it's happened just recently for you. I feel like it has, and like within the last year, like where it's become more of, you're like, would be ebbs and flows of wanting to not have that, but now it's like, hey, I got this. It's like a big boost for you, I think. I just feel like a lot of people come to you too. I feel like you're like just somebody that is just more level-headed sometimes, than others. I know how we all feel like sometimes in our own head, like, but what people see of you is different, I think, than what you might feel inside. At times, yeah. Do you have I'm seeing a male in spirit. And I'm not sure. I know it's like a feels like a brother, but maybe it's just because he's kind of like this, around the same age as you. You do have a male in spirit, but it seems like he's like the same age as you. So I'm not sure. Feels like a brother, but I think it's just a connection of there's a connection of love, but also of like best friendship. It's like multifaceted. It's not just it feels like a partner. And I feel like there's feel like he would have parted his hair. Well, I know a lot of males do, but like for some reason, like off to the side more. But it would be like he would fix it like that. Does it'd be like a normal. I know people fix their hair, but like it would be like more of a, I'll say a nervous tick, but something he just a thing, a mannerism. There you go, that he would normally do. Kind of making sure it's not, he didn't want it touching his forehead or something. I feel like he would have been gives me the feeling that he would be more of a person that wouldn't be very loud. He'd be very he's very soft spoken. Just not very boisterous. I don't know if you can take this male. I feel like it's a past partner of yours. Can't connect with that, huh? I feel like he's thinner, and he's thinner. He's a thinner male. So when I'm saying he's not boisterous, he's not one to be loud. I think he would just be more of a. He's just, his emotions are very measured, is what I mean. And he had hair that kind of went off to the side, kind of parted down the middle. It wasn't a lot though. It wasn't like Justin Bieber hair where it's all in, where he's constantly going this or anything. Old Justin Bieber hair or whatever. Is there a name? Getting an M name like Matthew. Oh, okay. maybe that's where like I kept on hearing like partner in crime. So maybe was he like a person that you really connected to? Well, you said with work, but like you really so when I you're married to Matthew. Okay. So maybe just giving sometimes they give you names that are around you. Um you know, might not be his name, but he gave me Matthew. So um I was trying to ask for another name. This I got Joy. I don't know if that's a I'm not sure if that's a name, but I know people can be named Joy, but um, Samuel, Sam, yeah. Well, I don't. I feel like I'm trying to get named too much, you know, because it came right away to Matthew. Joy came. I don't know where that's from, but I feel like he was just saying joy, like you know. Felt like just oh okay Samuel. Okay, so he's giving the Samuel came. So Samuel. Um, I'm not sure if he's saying like Margaret or um because like it was kind of like I thought he said Mary and then I said Mary and then he was like then I feel like he changed it to Margaret, but he's giving me the number 15. I feel like um there's something about the 15th. What day is it today? The 14th? I don't know what day it is today. Something about the 15th. I don't think it's. Oh my goodness. Oh, 14. Okay. It's the 14th today? Yeah. There's something happening tomorrow? I don't know. But something about 15. I don't know if there's an anniversary or of his death or something around there. Because it was like the 15th. It made it seem like a day. You can see if he gives me a month. It did feel like June or July. Well, July, June, July. I just feel like you would have done things together that at work that like there was laughing. I feel like there was some type of goofing around sometimes. Not all the time, but I think he would get you to laugh. Okay, did have a laugh. I feel like you. I don't know what it is, but it's like I don't. I just feel like there's like these like containers of something showing me like when I'm thinking of your what you had around you, it's like a container of something. I don't know what it is, but I'm not getting the sense there's a lot of them. So like not like a factory, but he's showing me like a container. Is there like some type of like candy that was in there or something? I don't makes me feel like something was in there and it was like you guys would always like kind of huddle around it in some way. Or talk around it. Like there was a stopping of work and and I yeah. Um I'm gonna wrap this up. It shouldn't go this long, but it was interesting. um, I feel like he's just mentioning like how he's saying as a message. It's just a message of, well, I think of happiness and I feel like you aren't in the same role as what you were then, and I think he's impressed that somebody like loosened their belts or something, like, and like you know, like gave out more money to you, like they loosened up their wallet, So I feel like so I'm feeling like, he's saying that, and then he's saying that just that laugh thing. There's something about that laugh time you had laughing. I think he's wanting to show that, even through work we can still, yeah, okay, you work elsewhere, but even through work you can still like have fun. And I don't know, something about that, even though you're very responsible and queenly, like we were saying, I think it ties in to why he came, so I think there's a lot of the word joy after Matthew 2 had to do with your husband and you. I feel like he's happy that you're happy. That's what it felt like too. All right, JD, thank you for coming. You are happy. Yeah, I feel like you are. Yeah, he knows it. So he's just happy. Like joy. This joy you have. Matthew. You're welcome, JD. Thank you for coming. Okay. Yeah, I should have said partner in crime because that's what he said, and I thought it was just partner. Oh well, live and learn. Okay, let's see. I think I said hola to you, see-through. Hola, and hello, Heather, Scooby, if you're here. I saw you joined earlier too. And sweet Lisa is here, or was. Okay, so I think Claire is next, right, Claire? Yep, okay. And you said, you can remind me. Hi, Heather, how you doing? You can remind me if you could. I think the chat's all like stuck on here, so it's kind of interesting, right? Hopefully nobody's. I should really look on Restream here. Oh, hi, JD. Oh wait, hi, that's you on here. Yeah, it's going on the Restream, but it's not. Oh, it's going on here, but it's not going on the other thing. Oh well. Okay. Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. I see you on there. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Are JC and I going out tomorrow? That's what Claire wants to know. Okay, I gotcha. All right. I don't know if it's showing up on the stuff or not, but it is what it is. It's like I can't see anything because these HUDs are in the way. These HUDs. Okay. It might be stuck. Okay. JC and I go out tomorrow. I feel like you're not going to go out. I feel like you'll connect in some way. I feel like there'll be a talking. I feel like somebody's going to work. I feel like there's going to be like somebody having to do something. Made me feel like work. So it's not going to allow it to happen right away, But I feel like there's going to be more so like a talking to. If that makes sense. I feel like it will be more of like I feel like you'll get together, but it'll be very short. It'll just be like, okay, we'll just get together real quick. I don't think it's going to be a long like date, if that's what you mean. I feel like something's going to come up. I feel like somebody like work or something. I can ask that. I mean, I could go deeper, but that's what it feels like. Feels like something else is gonna distract from the meeting. You're supposed to go out to dinner. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be not as long as you think it's gonna be. Like you're gonna get together, but it's not gonna be as long of a night. I feel like there's something about work. Maybe work the next day or something. But not okay. Well, it just says slow down. Like I feel like too. Like ooh, is it showing? No. I feel like just staying present with the time you have together. You know, and it's after work, and I do have to work the next day. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna. Okay, that makes sense. So I feel like it's not going to be a long night if you're, you know, but I feel like if this feels like this is like, well, just make sure you are just taking it easy with it, you know, not rushing into things. And I don't think that's anything like a warning or anything. It's just more of just like enjoy the time you have now, and be present with what you have with him, you know. I don't think it's and just be easy on something about being easy on your own heart, you know. I think it's just so yeah. So I think it's just being easy on your own heart. I think it's just like not being too connected right away. It's just take it easy, slow it down a bit. Be present with the time and just enjoy that and not be concerned with as much know in your heart what he holds in his for you, and be confident with that, you know, and try not to dwell in those spirals where, oh, is he thinking of this, is he thinking of that, you know. I think that's what they're trying to say. Just be kind to yourself in your heart, you know what you feel. Don't allow your mind to like twirl you into oblivion. Okay. That's what I'm thinking, Claire, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I feel like it's like going to be Italian. Like you're going to get some breaded fish. I don't know. That's what I feel like. I don't feel like breaded fish. Like, yeah, so. Yeah. But you have free will. You're not sure we're going yet. Well, that's always fun too. It's always exciting. All right, Hannah. Yeah, I could let you know. Thank you, Claire, for coming. Have fun on your date. I like I said, if you're going out, but it's going to be kind of not as long because, well, I think it's, All right. Oh, and there's never too weird of questions, Amara, Anna. Let me see. I got some other people in front of you guys, and then I will get to you, Hannah and Amara. I think there was, let's see, Panther was asking, and next, yep, Panther. And you're welcome, Claire. Thank you for coming. And liking live and all that stuff. Okay, let's see. Panther, if you're here, I think there's a way for me to tell somehow. Oh. It's weird. Okay. Panther, hi, sweet Lisa. You want a reading too? trying to find out where my HUD went. That, oh, complete pair live. Okay, whatever. All of a sudden, they're telling me stuff on this thing. Okay. Okay, I can. Let me just see about, I want to see about, Panther. Is Panther here? I don't think so. Were you next, Sweet Lisa, after that? I think you were. Okay. Yes, I think you were. Okay. I saw you up there. I saw you up there. Okay. Oh, is it actually working? It might be. Okay. Oh, okay, Scooby. Or Heather. I just read the name. I know who you are. Okay. Let's see. We'll do Sweet Lisa and then Hannah. And if Panther comes back, we'll do Panther before Hannah. And then we'll do Amara. Okay? And I don't have my piece of paper, so we'll just have to remember. Okay. So, Sweet Lisa. What do you want, Lisa? Okay, I got this one. We got the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. I like these because they're cool. They got animals on it. All that stuff. Okay. Let's see what I got here. Oh. Butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope return. Okay. That's what it says. The green is just from the heart chakra. Sweet. This is for you, Sweet Lisa. And I feel like you miss your mom. There's a missing of my mom, like a mom. Sometimes grandmothers can feel like, you know, like mothers. So don't hold that too much, but it might just, even if she's not spirit, if you are missing your mom, that might, that's all I got was I'm missing my mom. And I felt like she was in spirit though. And I felt like, oh, okay. Yeah. I felt, such a heart connection to it that I started tearing up as soon as I felt it. It's that, unconditional love part of it where you just miss them so much, you know, in their presence, right? And I feel like she's saying I miss you too, but she's there. It just, you know, you just don't there's just a feeling of and I feel like this is from you. She's understanding this feeling of wanting to hug her for another time. I feel like it's more not just a hug, but more of a touching of a hand and a, like on top of another hand, you know? Like she would do that to you when you were like upset. I just feel like there's a never like really understanding like that there was gonna happen. It didn't feel like it was like, I don't know if it's because of, it makes me feel like it's just like not really understanding in life that it's, like really coming to that idea that, oh, this is, this is gonna happen. I mean, you know it in the back of your head, but you just don't really understand until it does. That I think that's the way you were feeling, like you didn't really understand, like that you were gonna feel that this was gonna, like, there was, that it just always felt like it was always, she was always gonna be there, right? So oh, okay, yeah, so it was like, because it made me feel like that makes sense, because she said she really, she was there for you a lot, and it was just like she always was there, and it's like, yeah. And I feel like it just was so hard. So sorry. Yeah. I just feel I'm trying to step away from her. She just really loves you a lot, and I want you to know that. And um there's just a reaching out to you lately, and I feel like you are feeling like a more, I think that's why you're missing her a lot more, is because she is reaching out to you. I feel like there's an anniversary coming up that you're like, you get really sad around, and I think it's just she's just trying to make sure that you're, yeah. And I feel like that those two people were, they are, you're, I feel like there was such a soul connection with you, even your husband too. And I just feel like it's just and I feel like, I don't feel like it's him saying it might be your mom, but I feel like it was just more of like, you're just so beautiful and full of life yet, so don't forget that you're still full of this life and the love that you have. I'm sorry, it's just trying to step away from it. So yeah, I understand. It's a fine line of feeling it and then not letting it take over, is just because I know how you feel. So and what they're saying. I feel like he's showing me like a Siberian husky. No, don't be sorry. It's okay. I feel like he's showing me a Siberian husky for some reason, like a Eskimo dog. I don't know if you like I like also like polar bears. It makes me feel like something that you made me feel like something that would make you like laugh. Like, did you have like a dog that did something silly or something? I feel like it's just like also he just like distracted me with that. It's like, so I feel like they're just, they're there and they have their love for you and want you. I think that's why that all that love was just so enveloping, because, and that's why, it's like that, you know. Oh, you talked about going to Alaska. Okay. So maybe that's what it is. It's like I was thinking of, like, the huskies that go in the sledding. Yeah. Yeah. The, I just kept on seeing white, like I feel like I don't know, I'm seeing glasses. I don't know if he had wore like kind of like this is him, but I feel like seeing like a male who had like round glasses. I feel like he was very in awe of you, and just, but they're kind of like round, like a little bit, but I don't know. They just look kind of like they're thinner frames. I think they would have been, look kind of like, well, see, I was gonna say metal, but then he showed me some black ones too. So, hi Linda, how you doing? I feel like when I was talking, I felt very like my eyes were wide, and he was just very in awe of you. Like you would come into a room and he'd be like, whoa, you know. Um, I do feel that's good, Linda. I do feel just a shortness of breath sometimes, and I feel like my heart is going a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like that. Oh, you know, I don't know if that's how I passed, but that's what I'm feeling like, and my, kind of like my arm. Like I feel like I have something around my shoulder. I feel like you're, um, boyfriend. I feel like he just wants me to tell you that he knows you hold so many of those memories so close to your heart, and he's happy that there were so many that he made, that were that you're fond of, um, and some, where, you remember that, he wish you wouldn't, but it's like more of a joke, and but he wants you to know that he's there. I feel like you put some wind chime up or something, because he's showing me a wind chime, or that's his present from spirit. I don't know why. I feel like you put up a wind chime of some sort, some type of decoration. It makes me feel like it's outside, but kind of maybe like by the kitchen, and sometimes, yeah. So I'm gonna leave his love with you and love of your mom, and just know that they're with you, and they are very much around you. So thank you, sweet Lisa. I know, sorry, I start crying. Sometimes I do tear up, but it was just really, there's just so much overwhelming. You're welcome. She just really rushed in and just like, took a lot to try to, because you want to allow that, the feeling, so you can understand what they're saying, but then sometimes they get so close, and you're trying, don't want to push them away so much that, you're not, you lose the connection. So it was pretty heavy. So I'm sorry. I'm fine. It's just, I cry at, I'm just a very, I don't want to say emotional, but what my mom, you're too sensitive. Well, that's a good thing. So I could do this. Anyway. So, all right. Thank you, sweet Lisa. I appreciate it. Okay. We got Hannah. Hannah's next. Oh, yeah, I'll do that, Linda. Sure. I'll put you on the list, even though I don't have a, actual list written down. I put my stuff outside the room. I cleaned up my office, and so much that I forgot my list, my piece of paper. You're welcome, sweet Lisa. Oh, she wrote that earlier. It keeps on going on like it was on the other one, so I thought she said it again. Okay. Hannah is asking, is my boyfriend, Jordan, falling out of love with me? I'm pregnant with his baby. It makes me feel like he's overwhelmed. I don't think it's not as much about, it's not about you. It's a lot, it's a big change, Hannah. And I think you're still here. It's a big change. Things are going on. I feel like there's also like a lot of like change in you, just hormonally, of course, and then also just more so just I feel like he's getting pushed and pulled, like he's feeling like he's being told a lot what to do. Okay, Amira. All right, you're next. Okay, so I feel like I'm not saying you're being bossy, but it's more so like just it's more of a feeling he's having, okay? Makes me feel like, that there's a lot of responsibility, and obviously, but I feel like it's just like a push and pull, like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that, and it's just like a lot of, it's like just letting him breathe, I think that's the thing. It's and you're feeling like a pulling away, but that's because with you, you're talking about everything going on, and I think it's just more of needing to just be present with him and enjoy the time instead of worrying about all the, it'll work out, I mean, you gotta still plan, but it's not, I just feel like he's feeling a little bit like it's always, having a baby is change. Any change, no matter what it is going to be stressful. And so it's something to keep in mind, like when you're together, people are going to have different reactions to change, and they might shut down. They might, react. There's so many different things, and it's not always about it's not always about it's not always about you. Okay. So you've been together a year and 5 months. Yeah. It made me feel like it was very new, but it feels, I mean, there's a lot of like, like I said, it's something that's changed. It's stressful. Like even getting a new house, buying a new house is stressful. It's, getting married, it's stressful. Having kids, being pregnant, stressful. He cares about you, and he wants to, there's this drive too, to make sure that he takes care of you and all this and that. So it's a bigger responsibility. So I think it's just more, so to answer your question, I don't think he's falling out of love with you. I think he's just more in his head about what's going on. So, and with that, it's going to feel like he's falling out because he's not as present with you, and then, love changes and morphs. So and plus when people are under stress, they're going to not be as present and as vulnerable as, so I hope that makes sense, Hannah, but I don't feel like he is. I just feel like he's more in his head thinking about what's going on and going, not, oh shit, but kind of like, all right, this is happening, not like it's a bad thing, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So I'll get you a card here. It's just being aware that, everybody's, going through the same thing. Going through like different things in their own head. And it's not always, I mean, it can affect your relationship if you start like not if you start, just like he's being understanding to you, he should be, you should be understanding to him and not, and you kind of hold each other and are there for each other during certain times. Oh, congratulations. Was that fun? You had your first ultrasound. That's always fun. Yeah. Yeah, so it says, I think this is just trust your intuition, Hannah. You got to see the baby, yeah. I think it says, follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. So, you know what's best for you. You know when, just be aware of how you're interacting together, and if you'll notice, like, if he feels a little off, try to do something for him. That's all. Or just like he would to you. So I'm really excited for you. Are you going to figure out if it's a boy or girl? It's probably you're probably about. Well, I'm thinking of when I got my first ultrasound, so about 10. Yeah, you're like, okay, you're 6 weeks. Yeah, I was gonna say about 10 weeks. I don't know when you. So that's exciting. Yeah, 20 weeks you could do that, or 18. I never found out. I was a surprise till I had all 3 of mine, and then I'm like, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl. It's exciting, but it's stressful. If you just gotta look at it that way. It has, All right, thank you, Anna. You'll do fine. Just be kind to each other, and yeah. Yes, Julia, I can give you a reading. I have like a few people ahead of you, but yeah, I will definitely do that. Inactivity detected. Okay. Sorry, I have to tell TikTok that I'm actually here. I have to do a little like puzzle thing, otherwise. All right. All right, let me see. What we got next? We got Amara, and then I think we said Linda after that, right? And then Chrissy. All right, Amara. You asked a question. Oh, you said you and Scooby. That's right. Amara. Then is it Scooby? Oh, I have to figure. I gotta get a piece of paper. Let's get a piece of paper here. This is where. And I was like, oh, you know what? Now that I thought I had the chat fixed. I could start. If you guys were here in the beginning, we used to have this thing with exclamation spirit. And I thought, yeah, I can start that again. Well, I still have to figure out the chat first. Okay, so. Oh yeah, Yvonne. Okay, Yvonne. Oh, we gotta do Yvonne early. She's in Scotland, so it's late there. So we make sure we get Yvonne in before she starts snoozing. There's Heather, and then I know there's Chrissy, and got Julia down. I think see-through asked. I'm assuming. I just see-through. Okay. You remember that, Julia? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Ask Amira, what's your question? What's your question? Oh, I got Dr. Pepper today. Yvonne's laughing. Yeah, we got to make sure you get your sleep. Is it showing up? Oh, it just says, I'm hoping I'm not weird for asking a question like this. And you said, is it showing up? I didn't see it. No, I didn't see a question at all. Oh, well, you can ask again. It just said, I hope I'm not weird asking a question like this. If you had something, if it says something like that might be, I'm not saying it's offensive, but like I might have like a word. I have been going to bed, Yvonne. I slept 12 hours. Not last night, but the other night. Amira, if it's a question about like if you try to word it so like a bot won't, like maybe you're wording it and it's not being allowed. Does that make sense? So like word it so it doesn't, a bot might be taking it off because it might. Yeah, woo, I know. I slept 12, so all three of my cats. I don't see it, Amira. I'm looking on the thing here. Keeps on saying, oh no. Well, okay. Is it about like, is it showing up for you? Because I don't see it. And I'm on the TikTok thing. Oh, okay. Oh, weird. Yeah, it's not showing up for me. Is anybody else seeing it? I'm not seeing the question. I just see, oh no. It might be, no, yeah, I think it might be because there's like bots that make sure that you're not saying like something that is against whatever. I'm not saying it's against anything, but you know, some things can be, so you might have to say it a certain way, you know? If it's about like taking one's life or something. Yeah. Like if it's about like taking, make sure, Amara, just make sure you're writing it in a certain way that like a bot or I can't think of the word. The chat people aren't gonna. Yeah, a bot could be confusing it for something bad and removing it. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm seeing what you're writing here. All right, well, once you get in the chat, I will read you. I'll go to Chrissy. And then if I see it, it'll pop up in the chat. And then nobody else is seeing it either, so. I don't know. If it has a swear word in it, maybe they'll take it out. I don't know. I'm not saying it does. All right, Chrissy, did you have a question? I'll read Chrissy in the meantime. I won't. Oh, don't cry. Just try. Maybe write one word at a time. Maybe it's too long. I don't know. I don't know what TikTok's doing. Okay, Chrissy, no question. Okay. Just whatever I have. All right. Right, one word at a time, Amira. Just like, I have this. Yeah, it's filtering it. Okay. Chrissy, here we go. Amira will be fine. She can do it. It's filtering. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word. I was like, what is it? All right. It's a bot. It's a bot doing it. All right, Christy. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Hi, how you doing? I can put you on the list if you want. I'm giving out readings. Just let me know. I'm reading Chrissy right now. And Amara's trying to write a question in the chat. That's what's going on here. All right, Chrissy. I feel like there's I keep on thinking. I don't know why, but I think I do feel like just feel like red hair. But the thing is, I know my cousin's name is Chrissy. I haven't talked to her in years, but she doesn't spell it that way. She had red hair, and I just keep on thinking of that, like red hair. And I'm like, why am I thinking about the red hair? So I'm just going to say it, because then otherwise, you know, you have pink and orange hair. Okay, that's right. Well, it's just interesting. Like, it was unusual hair color. Maybe that's why. It was just like, I was thinking, I'm just thinking that because it's my cousin. But then I'm like, well, fine, I'll just say it. Because it's like, I couldn't get away from it. I just feel like there's like something about dancing with you. I feel like it's not like, I feel like you would have done like a dance routine, like kind of like how they, you know, like how Britney Spears does one, you know? And I'm not saying that you do them all the time, but I feel like there's something about a dance routine. Like you had done one, like you had like a routine at one point. I don't know why I have that feeling, but there you go. I feel like it's you. I feel like like in your teenage years or something, like you would have done, like you would have mimicked one from TV, you know? I feel like just dressing up like, well, you said pink, but I felt like punk before that, like a punkish, like look with like, why is this? Like zippers. I don't know why zippers. Like zippers in different areas of like a jacket. Like that shouldn't be zippers in a jacket. Okay, yes, very punk life. Like zippers in like parts of a jacket that shouldn't be there. You know, like you would have more so for like a pocket. Amara, why don't you just DM? Why don't you write me a message? Write it to me in a message on my on TikTok, and I'll look after I'm talking to Chrissy. Okay? Yeah, there you go. I'm sure it'll be fine. Do that, and then I'll look at it. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, so Chrissy, I'm sorry, Amara. Okay, and fake pockets. Yeah, it just felt like there was a lot of them. And it just made me think of, I don't know why, but like, even, I know Janet Jackson's not punk, but just like Janet Jackson type, like, you know, during that, it's weird. Like, I can't think of the song, but more so of the, you know, the one where she's doing it. We are a part of a, I'm just hearing that, of a rhythm nation, you know, where she's got all that, like, futuristic, I don't know if it's futuristic, it's more punk though. Yeah, anyway, I got that in my head, and I haven't heard that song in years. But it was like, you know, like that really, I feel like it's a male in spirit, and it feels more like a somebody you hung out with. I'm not sure if you dated him. But it does feel that way. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't, because I was like, I'm not sure if you dated him, but I felt like, you know, like the, you know, it's hard when you have, you know, there's a love there, but it's not like, yeah. So I wasn't sure if it was like a one that, you know, where you did date and then it still became, or, you know, for a short period and then you were best friends, you know, but it felt like the same kind of Okay, you talked about, okay, that makes sense. It just felt like a short time, like where it was like, felt like there was that part that was going to. Oh, his name's Clarence. Yeah, I got goosebumps. I feel like he gave you red roses at one point, like surprised you, and you're just like, oh. And it then dawned on you that I think there's something he gave you. Like, I feel like it's like red roses, where it feels like you were sad, and he just like, he gave you something. And it just like dawned on you how sweet he was and how this could turn into something more. Um, yeah, he just realized, but you knew he was in that aspect as a friend, but it's just like all of a sudden, it really, you allowed yourself to think of it differently. Um, he get in like I feel like he got in a accident. Was it his? Did he do? Yeah, I feel like he got in an accident. Was he like kind of under the influence? Yeah, and then he got in a car. Yeah, was he kind of like, I don't, I'm not saying it was completely his fault, but he would have reacted differently maybe if he didn't have a drink or something. Not blame. He's not. He knows I'm not blaming him. It's just, we're just saying facts here, but or it could be the other person had. I don't know. I just felt like there was something to do with that. I feel like the road was really dark. Oh, they never said. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was just, I think it's just more so like, I didn't feel like he was like drunk or anything or whatever, but I feel like it was more of like he thought at the time, like you have this, he doesn't, I mean, it was like, at the time he was just like, felt like there was like, well, so he's like, if I didn't have that, it would have been like, dark road. Yeah. And I felt like it was just like he just didn't have time to react. And maybe he was thinking, if I didn't have that one, maybe I would have reacted more faster or something. It just felt like, um, just feels like some lights weren't on or something. It just like all of a sudden they were there. Well, it might just be because of the road's dark, but I felt like, yeah, I don't know if there's something in the road or, um, oh, I'm sorry, Chrissy. Yeah, I feel like there was so much like there was so much that was happening that was good, and then it just happened, and that's why it was that like, oh, if I didn't, he blamed himself, like in that split second of before going, really, because you have that. I feel like you have that. You're still part of here, and then you're becoming, yeah. Oh, then you stop seeing him. Oh, yeah, I got goosebumps. Yeah, I think it's more of that. Sometimes they show themselves because they think it's gonna, you know, you sense them there, and I feel like sometimes it, it depends on how present you are and what state of consciousness you're in too, and if you're actually paying attention more. I think too, like they sense that you were hurt or it caused you hurt, and you needed some time away because it was causing too much pain for you, and they want you to be able to grieve, right? So I feel like it's that. I I just have a feeling like you even guys talked about like how cute your guys' kids would look. Like, because I just feel like you're a good looking people. Well, you are. I mean, you know what I mean? And I feel like there was this like, our kids are going to look great. I don't know what it is. It's just like a laughing of that, Oh, you blamed yourself for not going home. So, yeah, I feel like there's a blame, what we do is, but I feel like it was this time. And even though there was so much that was expected, yet, because he was young, yeah, you did joke about that, yeah. Well, what they look like. Yeah, so, yeah, I think, I don't know if there's like he's showing me like, I don't know if they're bagels or donuts, but I feel like there's a special breakfast place you guys went to or something, because he's showing me bagels or donuts, or maybe you just went to one, just because sometimes they show stuff that you did today or around you the last week or whatever. But he was showing me like I felt like it was like, it seemed kind of weird, but it seemed like it was a big bagel or a donut on a building though, like on top of the building, like a sign. And it was a northern thing to do. Okay. Yeah. Does it have a big bagel like up on the building? But I feel like it has like, I don't know why. It did feel like that's what, right away. But I was like, but I feel like yes, it did. Okay. You showed me that. Okay. I just feel like he wants you to just, I don't know, just remember fondly of him and not think too much of the what ifs, because there is always going to be a what if for everything. So he's saying, don't think of the what ifs, okay? He's just saying there's a next time. I think there is a reincarnation thing that's going to happen, and I feel like you're going to be together. So I don't feel like there's ever an end to this, and it's I feel like you are just a part of that same soul family, and you are gonna reconnect in another life. I don't know if you believe that, but but that's what I feel, and what he's indicating to me. And I feel like, yeah, when you first met, yeah. And I feel like he's saying, don't worry, we're going to get that puppy. I feel like you were going to get a dog. Like, you were like, or you guys really liked a certain type of dog. And maybe you think of a corgi. Yeah, I feel that way too, Tandika. Is like, I feel like their love is just really transcends time. I feel that for her, and to know that the what if is not, it's not over. It's just, okay, Frenchies. Okay. It's like, I thought of like a corgi for some reason. I love corgis, but yeah, I think it was just like, he's like, we'll get that puppy. I think it's just like, you're not done doing what you need to do here yet. And I think it's just understanding that and living for yourself, and not being too, I mean, you always have that love and he's still there with you, but know that he wants you to live your life and to, we'll connect again. So. I don't know why, but he's giving me a toothpick. So that's what I asked for, a thing from Spirit, and he gave me a toothpick. I don't know why. Yeah, it was just like, it felt like, I don't know why a toothpick, but there you go. I'll leave his love with you. Chrissy. Thank you. Oh, you want to know? Oh, I feel like he's funny. He's like you were saying about the kids, and I feel like he's like, well, of course, I was always the better, decision, like, right? But you have to make, he's not second best. He likes him, and he does. He's happy that you found somebody that loves you and treats you well, and um and can put up with your mornings. I don't know if you have a hard time in the morning, but it's like maybe you're a little grumpy in the morning. I feel like there's like can put up with your mornings. Like I maybe just rush around too much or something. It's like kind of funny. I think he's just making jokes. I think, but he's happy for you, and um, yeah. I don't know if I could grab me the morning. Yeah, I feel like it's like he puts up with your mornings. So you found somebody that could do that. So it's funny. He likes giving you giving you jokes. I'll leave his love with you. Go have a bagel. Remember him. He's around. He's just I think just leaving him alone. Yeah, he used to joke around a lot. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Yeah. He yeah, he's special. All right, Amira. Let me see. I'm going to look on my messages here and we'll see what we have. Okay? Okay. I have this. Amira. Okay. Oh, it's because you use the word daddy. I think I had it like set up. I don't know why daddy would matter, but I think it's because like some people say, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. You're definitely gonna get that bagel, Kirsty. Yeah. Oh, you'll get one. I just have you're on the list, Tandika. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but I have, let me see, Amira and Heather, Yvonne. I have like 5 ahead of you, so just sorry. So you're going to wait a little bit. Sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're not, especially when, no problem. Okay, good, because I have dyslexia, so I read things, I'll put different letters in there, stuff. Okay, Amira, if you're here, I have your question. You like listening? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. All right. I don't know if Mara is still here, but if she is, I have her message. So once she says something, then I will reply. But if not, then I'll go to, I don't know who's next. I have Yvonne. Oh, this is Amara. Okay. We'll do Yvonne because Amara's not. I don't know where Amara is. Oh, thanks, Yvonne. Thank you. Yeah, so Yvonne, I slept 12 hours that night, and my cats were all three of my cats were with me, because my 4th cat is with my daughter in college. She has a animal, the animal support animal. She takes one of my cats. Oh, it's her cat to college with her. So, and so I only have 3 right now, but they all slept in my room with me. All right, Yvonne, we'll do a card reading for you. We'll do this. We'll do a Alice in Wonderland, and then because I know you, I don't know what time it is. It's pretty late. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like this was okay. find the lesson. You're going to college next year. Oh, okay. Amira, yeah, I got your message. I got it. So I'm giving Yvonne this quick reading and then I'll do yours. Okay, Amira? Okay. Find the lesson. Discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you are learning. So Yvonne, I think it's just... Oh, you love the snuggles with your dog. Well, yeah, and then the dogs don't ask for more, so yeah, kind of. Just kidding. Or expect they just want to be hugged. I think it's something about it animals love too. It's like there's like that well, I think humans have it too, but you know, the unconditional, like, it's not, I mean, we do feed them, but they have people they choose, and there's a reason for it, you know. So this card for you, Yvonne, I feel like the purpose in a situation, trust that you're learning. I feel like it's more of just the people that are around you right now. There's so many people around you that are really makes me feel like they're having, I don't know if these are your clients, because I know your clients will have this, but I feel like it's more of people that are having it's like you're learning through them. And it's like, you know, when we watch movies, you watch somebody go through things, and it's like, I feel like that's why we watch shows. Isn't just because it's entertainment. I feel like it's also accelerating our growth, you know, and our learning, right? We're seeing how somebody went through something, right? And we're going, okay, it's the same thing as, I mean, it's kind of removed from what, but it's also, you know, a life lesson, like, you know, why, you know, but I feel like you're seeing these things on the outside of you, and you're going, okay, I can see where the reason why they need to go through that, and why they have to. I feel like there's something about that, and just this awareness of their inner soul, more so. I feel like that's probably because of Reiki, but I feel like it also might be with your family as well. You learn from your Reiki. Learn from each other. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like just in general, that could, I mean, you probably do this already, but like can kind of look at other people in your life, like, you know, your husband or your family, and just go, okay, I can see where this is having to be done. And I feel like you do that too, but I think it's just the purpose in a situation. You find that purpose, but within yourself, it's a little harder, like, because we're in our own heads. I feel like you are knowing what's going on and what you have to do. Yeah, see things in people more. Yeah, exactly. It's a weird comment, I guess, but where you see the child, you know, inside them, you see that vulnerable part of why they are reacting the way they are, you know, or what they're not wanting from you, but more of like what, you know, is causing them to want that interaction or that holding of something. And yeah, it's interesting. But I feel like it can be well, it makes life different in a way, you know, especially with hubby. Yeah. I think it's knowing that he needs certain things, but then making sure you're not doing it because, and he's gonna, and then with those boundaries of not doing it, you know, because sometimes you can't hold it for him. He's got to hold it himself, you know, and in some way, figuring out how he can do that. He's got to figure out how to do it himself. You shouldn't have to figure it out for him, but it's going to cause, when you do not hold things for him, it's going to cause him to react, and you knowing that it's because of that and not because of you. You know, it's not because of, it's not, yeah. And that's how, I mean, it's just, yeah, those childhood, yeah, just allowing them to feel those themselves and not placating them, you know. But they're hard to feel. Yeah. They're hard to feel for him especially, but I feel like it's more so, it's a good thing. Even if it's in steps, you know, like you do it sometimes or not, you know, I don't know. But he's got to, I mean, sometimes it's just good to rip off the Band-Aid. I feel like if once you start putting up those boundaries and not holding that for him, you know, that's where a reaction happens, you know. Because if the energy feels off, it's not being held or felt. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, because he's got to feel his own emotions because he doesn't want to. And then it's, when he has those emotions, he feels like he's not a man, right? And then he wants to push him down. Thinks that a man can't even feel those things. So yeah. I feel like just looking at the light of that and him feeling like safe in his own vulnerability, but there's only so much you can do to have that happen. So he's got to feel that himself inside. You know, he can reach for it on the outside all that he wants, but it's never going to be enough, you know. There's always a hole. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's a lot to do with his own father. I feel like even his mother was like a little, I mean, I feel like she was more kind, but I feel like there was also an arm put out, like he was too much for her, and that was hurtful. Like, you know, she was too much involved with something else, and he took that as a negative. Yeah, your wee shoulders are big. You can carry them, huh? Yeah. Well, you know, it's in his growth. So, hi, Wildflower Awakenings. I like that name. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's just spirit telling you have the heart and the mind of a true. I don't know. I feel they say a saint. I feel like your mom would have said the word. I don't know why. Like the words like of a saint. His mom was mean. Okay. Yeah. It just felt like she was just very like I feel like an arm out. I just feel like his dad, I don't know if his dad was around or just distant. Yeah. But I feel like I think it's just learning, yeah, through you, the love and the acceptance that he needs. But it's time for him, I think, to feel it inside. So, yeah. Okay. But I think, you have the way you are doing what, you're healing and just being you. And I think I think it's good. Well, I'll leave. Yeah, I feel like it's your mom just talking like. But I'll leave his love. Well, everyone's love with you. No, you didn't miss anything, Amira. Mom deal with everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just felt like, yeah, he just was, I guess he was just hands off more. Yeah. Just don't feel like he, well, I mean, I don't think he was one to like be emotionally like vulnerable, his dad. And I feel like his mom, well, wasn't. So it was like, yeah. Okay. I think the reason why, so thank you, Yvonne. Hope you sleep well. Thank you for coming. I think the reason why Amira's question is because of the word daddy. So I think that's what it was. Much love to you too, Yvonne. Just know that you're doing the right thing. So I think that's what it's just their spirit guides really want to, I don't know if you're having a hard time or wondering what's going on. So I think it's just them reaching out, wanting you to know that. So do you want me? I'm going to say the question because she wrote it in here anyway. She says, is my daddy issues the reason why I'm attracted to older men? I'm just curious. I hope it's not weird for asking this question. No, it's not weird. You're okay. I feel like, well, it's like hard because like I want to, I feel like it's from spirit, but then also like, I mean, they're giving me, I feel like it's more of like, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. Night, Yvonne. I feel like, for Amira, I think it's, more so that, you know, just wanting like stability and security. I feel like there's, and to be honest, I feel like I'm just, because I know the question, I'm not sure if this is coming from spirit or not, but I feel like also, you know, this is going to turn into that, but it's like, that's what I want to say right now. You know, it's the security, I think, you know, yeah. So when, you know, I'm going to go into psychology a little bit here, but not a therapist. But what I'm saying is, there is like a part of us that when we are growing up, we look for things. We look for things on the outside that we feel like we missed or that, you know, we couldn't obtain, right? I feel like that's what you're doing, you know, so your daddy issues, you said that, and so kind of, but I feel like there's like that's why you like it's not just that they're older, but I think it's a whole look. So if a man does look a little bit like more sophisticated and has it well put together, I feel like no, you're fine, Amira. Don't worry about it. You didn't confuse me. I'm just saying I don't want to say that I'm getting this all from spirit because it's not. I want to be truthful. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm not psychically reading you right now, but I kind of might be. But then I also know that I'm pulling this. So maybe I'm taking my head into this too much of it, describing this to you, and I shouldn't, but I don't know. I just want to be forthright. But there's something about what I'm seeing right now, and I feel like this is more of like a psychic spirit reading part of it, is that I see a man and I feel like I see gray and I see like a darker hair color, and I feel like he's got like, you know, full head of hair, and he's got like a beard kind of, but it's not like a thick beard. It's more of like a trimmed, manicured beard. And I feel like just that type of feeling of seeing that makes me think of like a person that has it well put together. He's got a job. He's well manicured. He looks pretty fly, like, very, very handsome man, I feel like that type of feeling is what, your heart makes skip. It's, I think we're all attracted to certain things in people, and it's not worrying that you're attracted to them because of that. I think it's just more of knowing inside that, you're not then, you're meeting them. That's the first thing that attracts it to you, but then what happens after, right? It's not like you're trying to get them to act like your dad, I think it's just something that you were missing in your childhood. And and then it's not like you want him to take care of you like you're his kid, right? I think then, you would need to think about it, but it's nothing wrong with that. I think it is because your father wasn't in your life, and it's missing that part of you, right? But it's also like finding that partner that's not just going to be there for that. It's also for being there for you loving you in an unconditional way and treating you the right way. And, it's like knowing that, that's just the type of guy that you fall for. It's okay. Yeah, nothing. But that's why I think that you are, Amira. I think you felt that too. It's just like, somebody's going to be there for you, stable, wanting them to, be there to pick up the pieces and go, no, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. That stable. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to give you a card, and then I think, it's being aware that you're, but, you might even fall for somebody that isn't that later on, when maybe you won't need it after a while. It says, carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. I got that a couple days ago too. I don't know if you can see that. Oof. So that's your card. It just makes me feel like a hand. I don't know if it's the message on there as much. I don't feel connected to the message with you, but more it looked like, I know it's something else, but it looks like a hand, like just taking somebody's hand and in going off into life, and that's okay. Just, Oh. You always try to go with somebody that isn't older. Yeah. Maybe it's just who you connect to. It's okay. But yeah, if you're finding other men that are looking like, daddies, and maybe then maybe you are falling for not just somebody that's a certain aesthetic, maybe you are falling, but I don't feel that way. I feel like as long as you're just, I think it's just what attracts you to them in the original part of the thing. And you find that those type of people are just a little bit more, I don't know, stable. I don't know, Yeah. They're done with the ones that don't look like daddies, like fathers. Say the word daddy a lot, like fathers. I like how you said that though. Daddy issues. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just knowing that the other ones are stable, and you live and learn. Well, thank you, Melissa. Thanks for coming. Okay, so who do we have next? Thank you, Amira. No, it's not bad. You said that. No. It's not bad at all. No, don't worry about it. It's just, I think I had put a bunch of words down saying like if they say a certain thing, I think daddy was one of those. I think it's because, you know, it could be a sexual connotation, right? Like daddy, I should just take that off there. I don't know why, but all right, yeah, Heather, it's you. It's your turn. Yep, I got you written down, Heather, and then I think it's Julia after that. No, don't worry about it, Mira. I thought when I read it, I was like, oh, I understand why it happened. It's okay. You're fine. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right, Heather. Thank you for waiting. Let's do have a preference. We could do I was laughing at Mira. Mira is funny. I got the Trust Your Vibes one. I like that one. Okay, we'll do that for you, Heather. Oh, okay. Here you go, Heather. I feel like it says call on divine support. And I feel like I feel like it's a feeling of just wanting somebody to I don't know why, but like I think there's a bridge to what Amara had, you know. I feel like it's more of like wanting to, there's something like missing to Heather, more so like because they went into spirit, you know, and you didn't have to hey Ray Darkly, how you doing? They went in, they're in spirit, and I feel like there's that missing piece, like a missing piece, Heather, and I feel like there's just like calling on, well, they say call on divine spirit. I think for support, divine spirit for support, I think it's more of I think it's more of like, you know, you've been feeling like what's next, right? What do you you know, you got this, I feel like you got stuff in place and it's like, well, what's next? You know, it's like you're waiting for the other sign in some way. Like a goalpost, you know, like a signpost. And I feel like it's like just knowing that, you know, if you ask, the like you're not sure where to go. It's like a fork in the road, right? Yeah, I just feel like there's just like asking. There's something about asking for that help, you know. I just feel like your heart's in the right place, but then there's like not wondering where it's supposed to go next. So it's like just putting yourself out there and doing it. And I think it's like you're trying to ask for like just wanting like signs, you know? Like you're, you know, if you ask, they'll help, you know. Yeah, I think it's just like, just if you ask, they will help you. They're not going to do it on their own, but just like the trumpet, like voice it out and it'll happen. And I feel like it just feels kind of like sometimes I feel like a lot of times you're doing so well. I don't say well, like, whoa, you weren't before. That's not what I mean. But like, it's just to feel like you're just energetically, you're doing good. And then you get this feeling of like something that you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like it's just trying to listen to that intuition and that feeling inside of your heart. It's like, it's not like really coming. It's like something on the tip of your tongue, but it's not really happening. And I feel like you will get it. It's just not forcing it, you know? I don't know if I feel like you have a child that, yeah, it's going to take time. I feel like you have a lot going on with your children, like your life. I just think it's just oh, there's a boy. I feel like he's in his teens though. I don't know if this is, and I feel like it's just something about needing to like kind of say watch, but you just wanting to make sure that you're there for him when he needs it. Something about that. And that's your path for now, I guess. And it's just more of like there's plenty of time. I just feel like there's a lot of time, and it's just the support is there for you. I don't know why my cheeks kind of hurt, and I feel like it's like something to do with this, like accidentally biting the side of your cheek. Like having like wisdom teeth coming in or something. Not you, but like maybe somebody else is having issues with their teeth, or you know, like I'm seeing a birthday cake, so I assume that there's gonna be like a birthday coming up. Like I want to say in like October like 20th or something, or in the 20s. I don't know why. It's like you have a birthday like celebration. Maybe this is somebody in spirit. Oh, your niece is, oh, next month. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. So I don't know if it's like in the yeah, they said 20s. Yeah, 20 something. Is it like a, okay. So she is her name like, I don't know why, like an O name? Like I said that, like what? Like Olivia? Like I don't know, like it seemed like oh, Mary. Oh, okay. Interesting. I had like O name. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's somebody. Maybe it's not good. You know, I got the other name before, but a couple names before. I don't know what Olivia came for. Just the name Olivia. I don't know, somebody around you or somebody in spirit. I don't know to say it, Olivia. Watch, will be like your checker or something. You go to Walmart or whatever. It's Olivia. Let's see. yeah, so it's a cake. I don't know. I feel like it's um something around that. Like I feel like it's just making sure like something about like not having that I don't know if you're going to be going there, but I feel like it's like the connection and not feeling as connected to them as much maybe. I just don't see like you but it's just I think it's not something you can like force. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's like a something to do with just wanting to have your slippers on and staying home. So, I think even it's like being just knowing that it's going to be, having to go out. I don't know. That's all I got, Heather. I don't know. It was a weird one. I know I had Olivia. I don't know if it was an O name. Sorry about that. Look for the divine. Yeah, again, look for the divine. Yes. So I think it's just wanting to stick around home and yeah. I think it's just being awakened and not really, and like being around other people and wanting that connection with them, but they're not really having it sometimes. You feel like they're kind of, the small talk can be a kind of, I don't know, I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but it just seems like, why are we talking about this? It doesn't really matter as much. It's like, where are we going with this? Right. And it's like, it's hard because you don't feel that authentic connection. And then it gets kind of lonely. And then you go, yeah, yeah, you hate being out. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. You hate being out in public. And it's just like wanting to go. It's like, I just want to keep my slippers on. Like, they're like moccasins for some reason. I don't. And I'm not saying you have moccasins, but and then just wanting to stay home. And I feel like maybe even like somebody in spirit used to wear moccasins. More so. It's just like they're knowing. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Like they're knowing. You're like, yeah, that's what I would do. I want to be like out there. I would do that. Well, I leave their love with you. I think the cake's going to be good. I think it's going to be, yeah. So, looks nice. All right, Melissa. Yeah, I got Julia and Tandia. It's knowing that, and it's just being present with where you are there, and everybody's on their own path, and oh, thank you, Heather. Thanks. I had a hard time with that one, but I got it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it just was interesting how they were trying to. I feel like there's lately there's been a lot of like. It's hard to explain what they're saying to you because I feel like it is a very important though, like because I feel like there's stuff on your journey that you're doing, and so I'm trying to. Yeah. You're wonderful too, Heather. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so is it Julia next, or is it Tandia? Sorry, Tandika. Tandika? I said it right the other time. You're welcome. Oh, you are. Okay. Julia, you are ready. Okay. Okay. Did you have a question, Julie? Oh, Julia. A friend named Julie. So I said Julie. There. All right, Julia, did you, I don't think you did. Let's see. Let's go to. Well, I think this one would be good for her. Okay, let's get mermaids. Where are the mermaids? Mermaids. And then after that, I think it's Melissa. After. Tandika. And then, I'm sorry. I'm like trying to add like other words to it, letters to it. And then we'll do Melissa. And I think then we'll call it a night unless Ray wants one. Ray Darkley was here too. So hi. I can give you one too. Or Dawn. Dawn's here. Forgot. Okay. Okay, Julia. Drop my phone here. Okay. Okay. We got the mermaids. Mermaids. Oh. Falling in love. I have never seen this card ever. So that's interesting. Falling in love. So beautiful. Kissing the divine in another in yourself. It's like waking up to like this bright, you know, sunlight. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, he's human. So, and she's a mermaid. So there you go. Sure, Dawn. I can put you on the list. So, I feel like a lot of it is not as much on the outside of falling in love, but falling in love with yourself more so. And feeling that, hold on, I gotta turn this off. And feeling that inside yourself it's like finding yourself. I feel like there's something about finding yourself and looking at yourself like somebody else is looking at you, like in somebody else's eyes, and seeing that. I think it's important. There's just an excitement about that, about looking at it. There's just an excitement about this love. I feel like it's inside you though, more so like that confidence is building more, and I don't feel like you lacked it as much, but it's just more of a appreciation than you had in the past, and just finding these things that you like and are good at and are fine. It's fine to be happy with. It's fine to like have that feeling of like I'm doing a good job and not feeling like you're being narcissistic or something, you know. It's not like you have to be humble all the time. It's good, you know, to feel proud of yourself. I feel like a woman in spirit. I don't know why it feels like a mom, but I don't know if it's because I'm feeling what they're telling me about your mom, because it doesn't feel like she's in spirit as much. I feel like I'm looking at something that's happened, and I feel like it's just that you just didn't have the connection. Like, no, not. I feel like your mom was a mom, and she was there, but I feel like there's things that you needed from her that she just didn't like provide sometimes. I feel like it was more of that confidence and that, you know, I feel like she cheered you on, but there was something about having it on the outside of you that you were depending on it more, you know? I don't know if you're here, Julia, but, or if you can take any of that. Let's see. I think she's here. You're no, okay. Okay, good. I was just making sure. I was like, am I just talking? You know, sometimes I do. So I guess it's just, I think there's highlighting your growth and a lot to do with how you're feeling on the inside now. And it's something to be, I think that's where that proudness comes in, proud of yourself and that energy you feel inside. And I feel like it's a lot to do with your work and how you, just your creativity too. I feel like there's just like something about, I think we're all unique, but I feel like you're a unique person and people find you interesting. And I feel like that's a, you know, normally in the past you would have shied away from that as much. And I feel like it's you're now embracing it. And I feel like they're just saying that they're happy you're coming into your own and feeling that love of yourself and your love of your soul that you deserve. And it's that missing of there's something about I don't know, it was a grandmother just saying, you know, wanting to hug you and hold you and make you feel special. It's like you're doing that for yourself now. And it makes me feel like very warm and happy, you know, that you are doing that. I feel like there's that, you know, felt that love from other people that have really shown you that how genuine it can be, and then that's it's a transformation. It's like a phoenix, you know, like type thing. Yeah. Oh, my coffee got weird. It was on the hot. I have this hot thing because I always forget my coffee, and it got all weird. Okay. Got all weird on top. Okay. Well, thank you, Julia. And I was trying to think of it. Asking for a present from Spirit. It's like I don't know why they want to give me like a coffee cake or a Danish. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know if your grandma used to make ones like that or something, but there you go. Like a, you know, like a, she did. Okay. Yeah. She loved those. Yeah. It's like, they're called, yeah, well, Danish. It's like, you know, you can get the ones, they're circular, but, well, thank you, Julia. They're very, there's just very, you know, just, it's that sunlight, you know, of all the darkness. It just is like, yay, you know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, we got Tandika. And we're going to give her, I don't know why I felt like this, but I felt like I want to give her these cards. Where are they? I had them out, didn't I? I had them somewhere. That's weird. I said, I'm going to put those there for her. And then I put them where? I put them? Where I put them? Ian's just going crazy. They're there. Okay. I'm not going crazy. I am crazy. No, I'm kidding. Okay. All right, Tandika. I'm sorry. I'm just like trying to make sure I say it right. Okay. So we got then Melissa after that. After Tandika, and then Ray, if he's here, and also, well, before Ray, Don Marie. So, Tandika, Melissa, Don Marie, then Ray. And I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Okay, here we are. I got the Oracle of Shadows and Light, which I don't know. I always like this lady. He makes these. It's the same lady that does the Alice in Wonderland ones. Okay. She does a lot of different ones. I like her artwork. Okay. Let me see. Oh. Dried flower fairy. I don't know if you had a question, Didika, but I do have. You can ask. You don't have to. But this is your card. Sweet memories. Yeah. Do you have, I feel like there's a girl in spirit. I feel like she's a, it's like a, did you have like a, and if you don't want to say, you don't have to, like a miscarriage or something. I feel like it might have had a, I feel like it was like a so I felt that. I felt, her. I feel like it was a girl, I feel. And just felt like it was a boy. Okay. Well, but I guess it was just because of the well, I can explain why. It was because of this her. It made me think of that because of the way the skin, it just made me think of a baby, and I thought, then I instantly felt like it was, I don't feel like it was something to do with his heart. Like it didn't have a yeah, it didn't like form correctly, and that's why it's like something was like going outside of him or something. I just feel like it wasn't forming correctly. There wasn't enough chambers. Yeah. Okay. Um, but I feel like the reason why, okay, I feel like there is a reason why I said girl, because I feel like he was too small. Okay. I feel like I feel like he did reincarnate, and you have a girl, and I feel like it it was after him, or that's what it's making me feel like. So it's not like he left you. It's just that. Seeing a dog. I feel like you have a dog, or it feels like you have a dog with a kid right now. Um, oh, that's 5 children down. Okay. So it was after him, though. I feel, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, yeah, maybe it wasn't right after, but, yeah, she has like, is it like a golden, it's like a golden color. It just makes me feel like it's bigger than her. Is it, or was, from what I'm seeing right now. Makes it seem like it's like a golden. When I say golden color, I think like a brown, like a blondish brown, I guess. You know. Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah. So I feel like you have like I don't know why they're showing me this. It's just evidence. Well, I do know why. It's evidence around you, but they want to show that they're around you, and yeah, and very much. But I feel like it's like there's something to do with like a floor, and it's very shiny. It makes it seem like it's made out of like marble or something, but I'm not. Maybe it's not like marble, but I feel like it's like a shiny white. I don't know why. Oh, they're just showing me that. I don't know if it's something that you have around you now or something you can from. But I feel like is there a time? Oh, is there a feeling like okay, when that happened, when you lost him, did you like look at the floor, and then all you could concentrate was on the floor? I feel like there's something about that maybe. Like you just weren't. You're just kind of zoning out. Just makes me feel like that for some reason. I don't know. Well, I feel like I don't know if I feel like he reincarnated into part of him, a daughter or something. I feel like there's something to do with your daughter and him. They're connected, and I feel like so it's like there's like it's just part of that like there it was part of his. I don't know if it was part of you or his, but he's not saying. But it's just it wasn't time yet, so it he had to come back. Um, so yeah, you don't know out of it. Yeah, I just feel like it was just like it's just staring. Yeah, and then oh, okay, 36 years. His daughter is 27. Okay. Um, yeah, so I think it is him reincarnated, but I think it's just I think it's just wondering what it would have been. I just feel like there wasn't time. It wasn't. Yeah, I feel like that's yeah. Your daughter's special. I feel like that's why you feel that way. I think it's because you understand that there's something there that you're not really and that he's explaining that that's actually him because like time is the reason why I can talk to even though he might be in your daughter is time is like I could talk to higher selves and our higher self and stuff, and even though I'm here I can talk to higher self, your higher self, or it's because um part of him, there's like a little part of our soul still up there, connected. We're still connected. That's why we're still connected to spirit, right? um and time is we made it up here. It's everything's happening really at the same time, and I feel like though I'm not saying I know for sure that's what I feel. I'm not gonna be like, well, this is it. Like I'm not like that. Everybody has their whatever, but I feel like there is we all look at each other as separate beings. I mean, but I feel like we are kind of um we're not, that's just because that's how we have to be here to survive. There's a survival aspect to this because we are animals, but really it's just we are connected in a way that I don't think our brains could even understand. So I just feel like his love is there, and he's around you. Well, I feel like he's your daughter, but I feel like there's a special connection you have with her, and I think all your kids you do. I don't think you would ever say one over the other, but I feel like you have, every one of them has their uniqueness, and you appreciate that, and there's a kindness to that, and a understanding that every one of us is like very special and holds a piece of us in our heart. And I think it's knowing that you are that type of person that is thoughtful that way, and that's he's indicating that's just the type of mom that he needed and wanted, and he made sure he got back in there. So yeah, so I'll leave his love with you. And I feel like there's like a, I don't know, like a puppy, like a puppy dog, like a blue one with really floppy ears. He's showing me that. It's like plaid though. It's like a plaid pattern on it. Like a plaid, like a blue. Yeah, you don't know. It's just a present from spirit. I don't know. Maybe he'll come to you later, or you'll see one like somewhere, and he's just giving it like a present. Like sometimes it's something in your past that's connected to him, or something that's around you now, or something you'll see. You know, it's kind of, yeah. Well, thank you for waiting and coming to the live, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you too. Okay, I think Melissa. And then we have Melissa, and then Dawn Marie, and then Ray, if Ray's still here. Melissa, it's your turn, Melissa. What should we do? I got this other one. Yeah, we'll do this one. Myths and mermaids. Myths and mermaids. Melissa's on Facebook, I think. Yeah. It'll take a hot minute for that to come through. Well, it's okay. I don't mind waiting. I'll just have some of my Diet Dr. Pepper. Okay. Oh, I guess my messages are going through. That's nice. Cool. Hi. I knew you would say hi. It just takes a minute with Facebook. It's okay. It doesn't take that long. All right, so I got Myths and Mermaids. Myths and Mermaids. And where did I put the cover? Losing things today. Oh, there it is. That one. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Mermaid with a black sea serpent. Ooh. It makes me feel like there's a like a yeah. When you I feel like you have like a there's an innocence to you, but then there's this like a bad girl energy that you embody, and that's I feel like you know it can come out. It might just be like more so in your head, like you won't like really voice something, but I feel like it's there, and it's not like you are embarrassed by it. I feel like it's more of, but not to like, but I feel like it's like a bad, like bad girl, but you just like feel like okay, so it's like me, like I'm not saying you do this, but I have horror stuff. Like I'm very sensitive, like a kind person, but I mean, like I have that. I do wear horror t-shirts, and people would be like, probably think that. I mean, people still come up to me and talk to me all the time. It's not like they wouldn't, but I just feel like like you have that part. You can embrace the darkness, I guess, in a way, And I feel like with you, Melissa, that can kind of be true. Like you can have that light and dark. And oh, hi, Sophia. Good to see you too. How you doing? Thank you. Thanks. Sent me a heart. Aw. I just got a couple more readings left, and then I'm gonna call it. I've been on for 2.5 hours, but giving one to Melissa on Facebook. So you're self-censoring. Yeah, you're self-censoring, Melissa. Well, yeah. I think it's good, like but it's good to feel that. I think it's good to play out those scenarios sometimes, because it's understanding those parts of you, but it's good to embrace it in a way, like if you have a conversation with somebody, or you think about it and you think, well, I could say this. Well, you're not going to say it, but yeah. I think it's good to play out those things and to feel that. I think it's when people push it down, it can really kind of be not as it can come out in different ways. But I feel like there's somebody in that's been like yeah, balance. Yeah. I feel like there's somebody in your life that you're really trying to make sure you project your heart space with your heart chakra with, you're not going to allow that to go there. It's a tough time right now between the two of you, and I feel like it's more of a friend. I feel like it's with a woman. It's just the relationship. I feel like it's a friend, but I feel like the relationship isn't as what it used to be. It's been kind of strained. Does that make sense? And it's like, might even be somebody that you consider a sister at one point, or is your sister. I feel like it's just a little like you they're doing something, and you want to help them by voicing your opinion, but that if you do, it'll cause them to like react. So I feel like, because that you're trying to help, but in their eyes you're just interfering. Don't know why. I feel like there's a family connection for some reason too. Like, you have a makes me feel like an aunt in spirit, but it might be grandma's, is it grandma's aunt? Grandma's sister, grandma's aunt, grandma's sister, I mean. I'm like trying to think of, like, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're, I feel like, I don't know why there's a cousin connection too, like, but I don't know if there's like a couple of these. Oh, sure I can, Alexa. Yeah, I can. I'm giving a reading to Melissa right now, and then I think, I don't know if Ray or Dawn are here, but, and then after them, you'll be the last one, okay? Or your husband will be. Okay. But yeah, I feel like your grandma's there too, but I feel like for some reason your aunt, grandma, I feel like it's your grandma's sister. I don't know why I feel like it's her sister. I feel like it's close in her age, so and they're close, and yes, you do. Okay. I I do feel like there is okay, Dawn. Glad you're still here. I just want to make sure. Um yeah, I just think it's just, it's them showing support and around you, and your heart's in the right spot, and it's hard to like see somebody struggling. I feel like there is just being able to like step aside and just allow things to play out sometimes. As hard as that is, you can only like tell them so much, right? And they gotta learn. They have to go through it. I don't want to say learn. They have to go through things, right? So I think it's more of that, and then they're kind of just indicating like, I'm just seeing so much. I don't remember what card. Oh, it was that. Yeah, that wasn't green, but I've just so much green around you. So I feel like you are in with a lot in your heart chakra, and feel for a lot of people, and it's just rein it in a little bit, because you don't want it out too far, because I think it's just, some people are gonna get triggered by it a little bit, because they don't want to hear they don't want to hear things, they just don't want to hear it. So, and it's not because of anything you did or doing, it's just because they're not at that place, so I guess they're showing me a train, and I feel like I don't think it's it's not a toy train, it's a regular train, and I feel like they're just showing that, like, if you took a train with them or what, but they're showing me a train, that as a gift from spirit, and I just wanted to share that with you, Melissa. So it feels like an old train. I feel like both of them just really, like, I don't know, pillars of the family, just really there with you, like, feeling like, how I don't want to say that you're beside yourself, but just kind of like, oh man, what do I do, and I feel like you've done what you can. Okay, Alexa. Cool. I'll read them. Okay, let's see. I don't think Ray's here, but I do have Dawn. So if Ray is here, hi Emma. If Ray is here, I will read for Ray. But if not, then I'll read for Dawn. I'll read Dawn, and then we'll read Alexa's husband. Hi, Emma. How you doing? Okay. Let's see. Why did I pick these up again? Okay. We're going to read these for you, Dawn, I guess. Yeah. These are the myths one. You're welcome, Melissa. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Emma. That's good. Okay. Let's see what I got. I'm doing well, Emma. Doing good. Can't complain. Having fun. All right, this is for Dawn. Hi, Michelle. I can answer you in a little bit here. I'm going to give a reading to Dawn on Facebook. So Dawn, I don't know. I feel like you collect crystals. Well, I don't want to say I feel like you collect crystals. I'm pretty sure you do. Most of us do. When you're spiritual. But like we like crystals. It's a thing. But I feel like you had like a green one. Like that looks that kind of reminds me like this, you know. Emma's laughing at me. But for some reason it's like has that, I don't know about it. I don't know what kind of crystal. I'm not very good with remembering the names of crystals. I have all mine and then I take pictures of them with like the name next to it. Thanks Emma. Yeah, they're called Myth and Mermaids. So, Tale of Mossy Gold. I feel like you're gonna see like I feel like it's not that green though. I feel like it might be like a darker green, and I feel like you might have picked it up by like a water or something. You know. I feel like you have like there's a creek or something outside. Like maybe it wasn't like a whole body of water, but it was kind of like wet and in the ground, and you found it. I don't know. And I feel like you're doing something in sections. I don't know why. I feel like, well, I heard the word sections. Like you're doing something in sections. Like, are you making a huge, like, do you have a huge, like, quilt or something, or that you're making, and you're putting it in, like, you have to do certain sections and then put them together? There's something that you're putting in sections, and I feel like you're doing, maybe you're just doing stuff in steps, but maybe you think of something square for some reason. I feel like there's, not sure what that is. Yeah, I feel like there is. I don't know. It's interesting. I do. Maybe it's you're doing certain paperwork in sections. Like, is there stuff that you have to fill out? It's something with squares. I don't know what it is. Or organizing. I do feel like there's something about your kitchen, like the kitchen table. I feel like that you grew up. I feel like the kind of kitchen table that you had. There's something about a kitchen table. And the kitchen table you had. Like your parents had. I feel like it's like it would have been. It's just remembering, like if you were to remember, it's being around that kitchen table and just remembering that table a lot. I don't know why. I think it's because I feel like it would have been not a normal, like something that you can find nowadays. It would have been like, okay, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say like they were kind of like whitish. I felt like they had like a weird border around it too. Like, it's like something you wouldn't find. Oh, okay. Gave it to your sister-in-law. That's something you wouldn't have normally. Yeah, I don't know if you could take the whole rock thing or crystal, but something you're going to find later, or I don't know, there's something about being outside and finding it on the ground or something. I don't know, maybe some it'll come later, but what else did I say? I can't remember now. It's always just like trance. I feel like there's a missing of that, but of the table, but you couldn't have it, or she needed it more. But there's a lot of memories there. I feel like it's just like, yeah, maybe find a crystal. I just sense a lot of like also in their kitchen like green. Maybe that's more of like the floor or the walls too. It's just I feel like you might have smelled like you felt like you smelled like their house around you. A smell, like a smell, and I feel like you would have I feel like you get like a whiff of something and you're like, what was, it smells like this. I feel like that's like, part of, I know you're not, I've read you before and you said you don't do the spiritual stuff. I know that, but it's like, I feel like, you sense spirit around you sometimes. And I feel like that you even, get a whiff, like you're in the kitchen, their kitchen again or something, or you smell your, I feel like for some reason it just brings me back to that table, Oh, you live in their house. Okay. Yeah, it brings me back to that table, You smell the neighbors. You smell the neighbors I smell. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I just feel like that you sense them around you a lot, and you live in their house, so, and you're very connected to them, so I feel like that's part of it. But it's just the energy there is, you can sense them there in some way, and I think that's what they're indicating. And hi, Anna. So it's just interesting. I feel like they're not really saying much. They're just kind of like hanging around you. And I don't know if you just have been feeling kind of calmer or just more at peace. And I feel like it's just that they're just kind of doing the same thing. They're not really very active. I don't know. That's what it seems like. I feel like it's just like a very calming energy. Yeah. I feel like they know it's very much yours. So yeah, well, it's because you guys shared great experiences together in it too, and I think it's always that closeness you had with them. It's knowing that you're carrying on in the home that they loved and you loved them, and it's a growing being of them, I guess, too, you know. But I think, you know, they're not, I think they're just into, I don't know when you give it away, but it was, I feel like it's just more of, you know, I don't think they have an issue with giving it away or anything. So, but I'll leave their love with you. All right, let's see. Hi, Anna. What'd you say? Anna, how are you doing today? My boyfriend passed away and I can't believe he's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. Praying for him to come back to me and his family and friends. Oh, you did, Dawn? Yeah, I know. I know. I feel that. And they appreciated your love, and sorry for your loss, Anna Nixon. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. I can give you a short one. I'm gonna have one more reading give a reading to Lex's husband. And then, Michelle's here too. And then I was gonna go. So, I can give you guys quick ones, but it's not gonna be, you know. I'm gonna talk to Alexa's husband right now. Matthew. Matthew. Okay. Trying to pick out cards for you, Matthew. Pick out cards for Matthew. Oh, we'll do this one. Okay. Yeah. You can just wait. Oh, Emma's here too, but I gotta call it a day someday. Time. I've been on for almost 3 hours, so. I used to work at Chick-fil-A. Oh, love Chick-fil-A. Yeah. All right. You can wait. I used to work at Chick-fil-A. Okay. All right. My husband's name is Matthew. All right, Matthew. Is there a question, or just give him a reading, Alexa? I think you're still here, Alexa. Yeah, you were giving. Thank you for all the heart and the pumpkin and stuff. I appreciate it. Just general. Okay. Sensing like a military, for some reason, I felt two things. I felt a man spirit. I felt like a father figure. You know, he could be a grandfather, but I felt like a father figure. Felt like a father. Grandfathers can be like fathers, right? If you know, depending. Then I also felt, okay, so am I talking when I'm seeing Alexa? Am I talking to Matthew at this point? Right? I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I just didn't want to get confused. So it's your dad. And then I sensed. That's where the military connection comes in. Probably. I felt like there's also another man in spirit, and I felt that was more of a friend. And I felt like best friend, yes. I feel like he was more of like a living on the wild side type of person. You know what I mean? Like, he could have gone to the military, you know? Like, it would have been maybe a good thing. Like, it wasn't like a bad wild side, but, you know, he was like, I want to say a bad boy, but, you know, like, he kind of like, like living on the edge a little bit. So I got both them. I feel like with him, it's like a bike. Yeah, yeah. I just feel like he like had this like a tougher masculinity, like, which is fine. I mean, like, it's good, I think. I don't know. But it's like everybody says the word masculinity like it's a bad thing. It's not. So he was a guy. He was just like, but he was like a tougher exterior, I guess. But yeah, I feel like he would have. I guess when I say bad boy is like, I mean, like I feel like he liked fast car, like maybe it feels like a motorcycle for some reason, or a dirt bike. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but maybe it's because I feel like he wore leather. I don't, or a leather jacket at one point. Motorcycle, yes, okay, makes sense. So that's what I mean when I I feel like, that. It's funny. I said this to somebody today. That book, the How Not to Give a F, right? You love to be free, yes. How not to give a, how not to give yeah, it's exactly right. The best way I can say it is love to be free, yeah. It's just like everything. But I feel like not that book, How Not to Give a F, right? I feel like that's what I feel like with him. Like he didn't allow things to like bother him. And I mean, I feel like he was a very, like you said, a center person, but I feel like he was sensitive too, but he wouldn't allow that to like get into. You tell him that. Okay. So it was just good. I feel like it's just like that became that. And yeah, very sensitive. Yeah, I feel like it's like a softie, but then you have that tougher, which is good to embody both, right? Yeah, you tell him that. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured you meant. So yeah, the motorcycle, I feel like there's a part of him that didn't really have a father. I feel like there's something about a father not being around. I feel like it's around him, not you. And I feel like he just kind of, or when he was around, he was kind of like overtly mean, and I think you taught him how to be more, that it can, to be a man, it could, and have that it doesn't mean that you're that way. It's like sometimes people go the opposite sometimes when they get hurt, instead of, because they don't want to do that to somebody else, and you kind of taught them like that's not how it happened. I feel like he had a lot of wanting to say he wanted to be free, but I feel like he wanted to like chase away things like sometimes, and it was too hard sometimes. Okay, yeah. Try to teach him things his dad did not. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like there's yeah. So I feel like there's like just wanting to there's just so much that's going on, and you want to just leave his body in a way sometimes, otherwise it just hurts so much, or it's just too much to take in and comprehend, and he wanted to understand it, but sometimes it was just too much, because sometimes there's no explanation, and then it's okay not to have an explanation to it, but he had to, and it was just overwhelming for him. Yeah, and I think you know where I'm going with this, right? I feel like he took his life, and or had a hand in it, yeah, and it just was too much, and it's nothing anybody could have done, And oh, his brother did. Oh. Oh, is that what he... But did he, like, I feel like he also did in a way as well because of how he... Well, I don't know if I'm reading this right, but do you mean his brother took his life? Um, I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like even it, I think his the way he felt though. Oh, okay. So you give him. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there was like something that it was his choice too, though. It wasn't just. Yeah. I feel like it was okay. I feel like there was like my stomach hurts. I feel like there was something. I feel like my stomach really hurts. Like there's like something's not right, and yeah. Um it's just like really like right here, just not right at all. And it's just like I feel like you might have okay. Yeah, I just feel like there's this like it's just not good. And I just feel like it's just a feeling of that he had to go. Do it. He had to go. Um it could not like even though it didn't feel right, you know? I feel like well, there's like a, you knew he was going to too. Yeah. I think it was just like part of yeah, it's like you knew. I feel like it was a loyalty thing. It's like, you knew that it was going to be to his detriment, but it was like, well, it's like just following what he was, you know, like it was just I don't want to say destined. I feel it's just like it was just something he was already. I feel like we do, yeah. I feel like he just said, "Well, only the good die young." So, like, I mean, like, okay, whatever. He's making a joke, but yeah, I that was his plan for him. Yeah, I feel like that is, yeah, and he's trying to lighten the mood in a way, I guess. But it was just he has said that. Yeah. Well, like my dad used to say. What did my dad used to say? He used to say. I'm trying to think of the right words he said. It was like getting old isn't for wusses or whatever, and so true. Like the same thing. Like, but yeah. He I feel like I don't feel like I knew your dad was there, but I saw him. I'm not when I say I see him, I'm not like really seeing him, but I see him in my mind's eye, and I feel his energy in a certain spot in my house. But but it's like just like kind of like I feel it here, and then I can the energy of your dad over there. I didn't really feel them like with Dawn. I felt like those two were like I don't feel like they came together as much, but I do feel like they are like pillars of on the side of you in a way. Like I say that a lot lately, pillars, but I don't know why. But it feels like more of like, I feel like they're just like people that are just like solidly standing by you. You know, their energy is around you, you know? I feel like you painted, like, I feel like you have something, I feel like it's a motorcycle. Like you painted it a different color and he's like, why'd you paint it that color? Or something. Like, I feel like you painted it like a, there's some type of color of, I feel like you painted something, like kind of like a pinkish. And he's like, I don't know why it's pink, but it's like a reddish, but it's red, but it looks, okay, you sold it, okay. But he's like, why'd you do that? You know, like, um, I don't think it was, that's, okay. It's a joke between you, okay. It makes sense. The pink, okay, it makes sense. I was like, why? I was thinking, why would he do it? Two different stories. Okay. He's just, that's funny. Well, it's just funny because it's like, I'm like to myself, am I going to tell this guy he painted his motorcycle pink? This is, okay, fine. You know, you just trust spirit. But you understand. Okay. You understand. It's two different stories. Something else pink. It's salmon colored. No, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's just saying, he's saying something. He showed me a record, like, you know, an album. But then I was like, oh, so you guys used to play records. But I feel like he's saying just for the record. And I feel like he's like, you know, I don't know what, it's like just for the record. Like he would say something like that. And I feel like he's saying like, you know, like, I don't, so just for the record. And I feel like it's, you know, like when somebody would say, you know, just for record, well, I won that one, you know, like, I feel like it's just for the record. And I feel like he's like saying, I taught you things just as much as you taught me. And that's what he's saying. So, and I feel like, you know that, but he's just wanting to say that out loud so everybody knew. And I feel like he's happy for you. I feel like you've had I don't know. I feel like you've had welcomed something recently. Oh, he helped. Oh, I'm happy that he helped you. And yeah, I'm sorry at your reviews. That's horrible. It's a, you know, it's those. Oh, good. Yeah. He's indicating you didn't have to go, but I think he's just kidding. He's really funny. He's like, I didn't mean to make him talk about that. Like, you know, like, but yeah, he knows how much you love him and appreciate. He loves you too. And I feel like I feel like, you know, just like that military thing. I feel like it was just like your brothers in arms. You didn't go to war, but you did survive life together in a way. And yeah, yeah. Well, he had that tougher exterior to put up. Oh, you both were in Okay, well, that makes sense then. I don't know why. Yeah, it came up again, the military, and it just felt like you were like brothers in arms. Yeah, and I just feel like but not just there. I think it's more. He's explaining too that it's also in the fight for life. You know, life and learning. You know, I mean, I don't want to say this is life is a war, but you know, or whatever. But it is sometimes you need more than one front, and yeah, you gotta have backups. Support overseas. Okay. I see. Yeah. That's also like the teaching of the man, and I feel like you welcomed. I don't know if you welcomed a. I feel like you're. I feel like he's saying that you welcomed some. I feel like you welcomed a baby you're going to, and I feel like he's just saying how proud and happy he is. Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, that's hard. I feel like you welcomed something, or there's something that he's just proud of you that you had, and I feel like it's a baby for some reason, a child. Since he passed away, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so yeah, it happened after, so I feel like he's saying he's just so happy for you that you had, and he was expressing that because you can be that dad that you always wanted. You can be that for your son, and you're seeing that, and it's just embodying that dad you always felt like you deserved. You're doing that for him, and he's seeing how special that is, and he's watching over both of you, so can't get rid of him. He's there. So all right. I feel like he's showing me like your dad. I feel like it's your dad, because yeah, I feel like it's more of like you have something of his, from his, a memento of his. It feels like a medal or of his, and it's something about carrying that. Yeah, your adopted dad. I feel like it's something about carrying that that story on, that he's happy that like he's just honored that you still like you still have him. Oh, you do. Okay. Yeah, you still have him like in your heart, and I think it's those feelings of like, because he's your adopted dad, he's not your real dad, right? I think it's just like he's just so honored that you love him so much, and the way you do, and I just he's saying that it's just that pride of that it's good that he feels good that he was able to be with you, even though you weren't his. You felt like it in a way. Yeah, and I feel like he just knows that it's just how much of a connection you both had, and it was just this is like one of the, he didn't have you, but you're one of his greatest things left on this earth, is what he's saying. And you're not his biologically, but you're the best thing, and he wants you to know that. And one of the greatest accomplishments. Okay, there you go. But he feels so honored that you feel so much, I mean, that when you're on earth, the connection you have with people, but like when you go to spirit and to have those people still think of you and know that you have that, how connected you still are, it's even more special because it means that, you lived a good life and you loved, completely. And yeah, I just think that's what you want to say. There's a lot of pride there, and I feel like he's around you, and I feel like you not saying you, there's something about the name of your child that I feel like is surrounded him in a way. I feel like he's very happy with the name, and I feel like so yeah. Parker Allen, yeah. Is that I feel like it's got part of his name in it in a way. But also I feel like the other, did you name him after your friend too? I feel like there's something going on there. I don't know. I feel like there's like a double, but I'm not. Well, because I don't know, I heard him too. So I don't see him there. I'm just okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Matthew, for coming, and I'll leave their love with you. I'll see if did I give you a present from Spirit? I don't know if I did. I don't know why. A wolf. He wants to show me. I think this is from your friend. He wants me to give you a wolf. Like a wolf pack. That's what it made me think. But it's a wolf. So it's a wolf pack. So I'll leave their love with you. They're hanging around you, and they like watching you play with your son. So, yeah, he was a okay. He was a wolf pack. It's funny. Oh. Well, thank you. Yeah, he was funny. He said at one point, and it made me stop. I'm like, what the heck? He said to me, your friend, he's like, I would have dated you. That's what he said to me. I'm like, well, I'm married, but okay. I just thought that was funny. I think he was goofing around, but it was just kind of funny. I thought he'd be like, you'd be somebody I'd date. I'm like, oh, thanks. I don't know if it's funny. So anyway, I got that going for me. Aw, Anna, yeah. I know. Okay. Let's see. I think we have Melissa, and then who? Then you, Anna, right? If Melissa. Or Michelle. Sorry, Michelle. I wrote it down, and then it looked like Melissa. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, they are. They are your best friends and soul. Soul family, definitely. You're welcome, Matthew. All right, Michelle. Oh, you're just chilling with me, Anna? Okay. All right. All right, Michelle, did you have a question? Oh, Josh. Um, do you feel, I feel like, for some reason, I feel like I'm really trying, like, I feel like this is you, Michelle. I feel like it's more of, like, you're, do you feel like you're doing most of the work? You know, I feel like, is that what it, I feel like, for some reason, I feel like you feel like you're pushing it too much. I'm not saying you are pushing it too much, but I feel like you feel like it's constantly like you're the one keeping it going, right? And I feel like that's where you're like, is there a future here? Because there can only be so, you can only do that so much yourself. I think it all depends on a lot of factors. I mean, you know, there's free will, right? So I don't want to like say for sure. So I want you to know that, right? There's never a for sure. Like I could tell you something now, and that could change the outcome. So it's kind of, you know, because you know you could, it's like planting a seed sometimes, right? So I just want to say this, and that is, just know your value and know that you know that you deserve the give and take, right? And if there is, I feel like there is just allowing things to happen, right? And if they don't work out, they don't work out, and that's the way it's supposed to be, right? I'm not saying they're not going to work out, but there is a fact of it that, you know, it's not trying to force things. Don't force things. Just allow it to work out. And, you know, I think there's a lot of growth on both sides that's happening, or that has to happen. And I know this is not really an answer. I'm sorry. But I feel like they don't want to say, because I feel like it's one of those things like we can't tell you what to do or the future because it can affect it. And I don't want to do that. But I can tell you that to help things along is to just allow the present, yourself to be present. Okay? And in life there's long-term relationships, and they're meaningful all the way around. You know, they're there for a reason. I'm not saying that this is a short one or not, but this is the way it is, you know? So, I do see you being together, and I think it's just learning to be together in a way. Well, ask him. I feel like it's and if he doesn't want to, then I answer. I mean, it's good to ask, like, so how are you feeling about this? You know, not only when not in a triggered state or when you're upset. Don't ask him then. You know, ask him when you're, you know, you really, you wanna, you just say, I would like. He doesn't know for sure. Okay. Well, I think it's knowing your value and what you want. You know, you don't want to stay with somebody that doesn't know if they you know, if they love you or if they want, you know, it's like, well, not saying to leave, but at the same time, you should know your own value and what you feel like you deserve. So I'm just putting that out there. He's confused, he says. Well, yeah. I feel like there's just, you know, there's, maybe he wants to take it, that's what I'm trying to say too. Maybe he wants to take it Yeah, you could ask him then. I feel like he just wants to take it slower, you know? I feel also he doesn't want to like instantly like decide. I think he wants to take his time. I feel like he feels like there's no rush, you know? I feel like there's also I feel like you know, there's something about putting yourself out there that is, you know, some men don't want to do right away and don't want to get hurt. So they guard themselves, you know? And he might be part of that. I feel like somebody might have hurt him in the past, and yeah, he's scared. You know, there's fear there. Yeah, I think it's that's what I'm trying to say with that pushing. You know, it can then make somebody pull away. You know, because as you're coming at him this way, he's gonna be, you know, because he's feeling that. I think it's just allowing things. Just enjoy your time together. But if it's really bothering you and you feel like he's off in a different land thinking about somebody else, well then, you know, and then it's not just because you're thinking that, you know, he's actually telling you, yeah, I'm confused. I don't know who I want to be with. Then, you know, you got to make a decision. You know, that's your decision to make. And I think it's a something to, you know, I think you have the knowing, I mean, it's the fear of going, of yourself too, of change, of all the other stuff, right? It's kind of hard. It's complicated. But I agree, like Anna said, you ask when you do date nights, you know? Yeah, and that's the thing is I think he might be getting in his head too much and thinking about it too much himself. You know? There's a reason why he's doing that. I'm not saying it's your fault. Hi, Sarah Bear. How you doing? I'm not saying it's your fault, Michelle. I think it's more of, you know, it's not wanting to commit and or having a fear of that and then opening up and then having something happen because he did that, you know. I don't know if somebody hurt him. I'm not saying it had to be a love interest, but I feel like, you know, like there's a guarding of his heart. So I'm just saying. When you guard your heart, you're not going to make sense. Because you're thinking with your head, and your head is always thinking, you know, you ever like think of something in your head, it just goes crazy. Right? Like you can like think yourself in circles if you really want to. Yeah. Oh, but, you know, it's never easy. And my heart goes out to you, Michelle. And yeah, you deserve to be loved the way you feel like you know, like we all do. And if you feel like that's not happening, then, well, it's not what he wants, it's what you want, right? You got to think of why you feel like he isn't giving you that. It's and what is he holding for you that is important that he isn't giving you? And it's like, why are you allowing him? Why are you allowing this all to play out? You know, you don't want. Why would you? You wouldn't want to do that. You know, it's like, you want to love yourself, and have that person love you, and think you are. I'm not saying they have to worship you, but at least think you are the shit. You know, right? Like, that's my chick. You know, I don't. Right? You don't want to. Somebody will be like, yeah. So it's why would you want to have to? And even if he did also say, yeah, you know, like if he did and he was really sure, or if he just finally said, yeah, you know, yeah. But then you're gonna always question. You know, will you question? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like once he makes a decision, Is he gonna like fall back on it? I don't think he would, but just make sure your heart is feeling it. Yeah, it's saying prayer. Yeah, prayers to Michelle. It's hard, relationships. I think a lot of people bring in this baggage and stuff. It's just really hard. So, but scented chili. Oh, well, I think it's to not think about, like I said, not to go into the whole thought processes, is trying to stay present and be with him and feel and allow your heart to feel that. And then I feel like your intuition will tell you, because I'm spicy. I feel like thank you. I feel like your heart will when you're present and you're not allowing your whole thought process to go, it will help, right? I think. Allow your heart to follow your heart, and your intuition of how you feel about it, Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. I think I'm done, unless Anna was here. Hi, Sarah Bear. I've been on for like 3.5 hours. A hard puff. How you doing, Sarah Bear? You're here. Do you want a reading, Anna, quick before I go? Yeah, hope you do too, Sarah Bear. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Do you want a reading? Yes, okay. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You are too, and I just want you to feel the love. You'll get it. I'm not saying it's not with Josh. I just feel like you need, all of it. You need to feel loved, like you feel like like we all deserve it. That's what. All right, let me see. All right. Did you? I think you had a message, or not a message. Oh, you did have one. Okay. Yeah. All you is love. Yeah. And Anna, did you have a I'm gonna give one to Anna. Yeah, I have been on. I'm gonna give one to Anna, and then I think. But I can give you one too. There. Well, I don't know if Anna has a question. I think she is. I think she does. But I can give you a card. I'll give you a card, Sarah Bear, while Anna's deciding. I don't know if Anna's. Otherwise, I'm gonna go. Let's see what Anna. Yeah, you have a question? Okay. I'm gonna give Sarah Bear a card. Anna, you write your question down. Write your question down. To end your day with. I slept for 12 hours that one night after I talked to you. And then you did too. This is funny. I was like, I slept. I was like, oh my god. All my 3 cats. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, your boyfriend. Allow stillness to heal and reveal. Oh, that's a good one. That's for you, Sarah Bear. I allow stillness to heal, to heal and reveal. And it's just, meditation. Allowing yourself not to do something, right? I think it's this is you're so active, so I think it's just like allowing that, and yeah, you're welcome. You know what it's about. Okay, so Anna, you had your boyfriend passed away. I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't forget. I just like went. I did so many readings after that. I read that, but I remember now. All right, message from your boyfriend. Okay. Was he on certain medicine that wasn't agreeing with him? I feel like there's like he's showing me pills. Um, I don't believe he's going. Going where? Where are you expecting him to go? I mean, he's passed away, right? But what do you mean? You don't are you feeling like he's stuck somewhere? Is that what you mean? Um, no. Okay, I don't know what you mean. I don't believe he's going. I don't know what you mean. Um, yeah. But he's still hooked up to a machine? Is that what you mean? Okay. It's still a, yeah. Like he's left his body, but he's not like I feel like he's in spirit, but and I don't know why there was something with medicine. I felt like medicine like pills. Like I'm not saying like pill, but I feel like it's like something with medicine. I didn't agree with him or something happened. Um, yeah, okay. Um, he was taking pills. Okay, yeah, because that's what I instantly saw that, and didn't agree with him. Okay, a few years ago. Hmm. Do it again? I feel like he was. This is what's caused him to pass away. Um, like he had to take pills, and then it. Yeah. So I feel like. Well, I feel like he's in spirit, and I don't know why, but like, I mean, he's your boyfriend, so did they have a? They had a funeral, right? I feel like, or is he still in the hospital? I guess I'm confused. Um, because I feel like he's passed away. I guess it's more because of what you're saying. I'm like letting you get in my head. Not yet. Okay. Okay. So he is on machines. Okay. Because I felt like he's in spirit, but then when you said, but I feel like okay, there's people that are like yeah. I feel like there's people that are like have dementia or are like they are still in they're half in half out. I feel like he's out. I feel like he's I don't sense that he's coming back. I don't know what the doctors are saying, but I haven't. I feel like the doctors are. I feel like there's just a lot to do with him being staying on there. Maybe just because there's still hope, but there really isn't. And I feel like they're. I feel like I feel like he's passed, but uh, he's showing me like a dog with and it might be around you, a dog with kind of has like curly, kind of looks like a cocker spaniel, I guess, kind of like an English Springer Spaniel. I don't know why. Um, I'm getting a headache, and I feel like he had issues with that too. And something with his brain, right? Like it's swollen in a way. Yeah, yeah. Um, I feel like that there's just a feeling of was he? I feel like he wasn't like there was something with his family, like he wasn't connected to them as much. Okay, he had a brain bleed. Yeah, yeah. I felt like it was just like filling up, like swollen. You know what I mean? Um, I feel like his family is there's something about his family and you, and I feel like there's like I don't know if you. I feel like coming together and coming apart type thing, and I don't know if it's I can't. I'm trying to sense like is it that he was apart from them and then they came and now they're here now, or but then I also feel like you might be not as involved or allowed and not as like looked at, and I feel like you know what I mean. I feel like there's like some type of I feel like there's just a feeling, yeah, of ostracized. Is that the right word? I don't know, but that's what the word came of people, and it's just like it's he's kind of upset that they're now back for some reason. It's just like, well, why? It's like but it's too because but he understands why because he's in spirit. He's saying it's because and the reason that's why he's still alive, right? Or not alive, but he's still in the hospital and they're not doing anything. And I feel like it's more of because of guilt of them and then them wanting a second chance with him, right? I think that's and then I just feel like he's just like does he have like a pet? I feel like a pet lizard or I don't know why I feel this way. He showed me like I feel like it's a lizard or a snake. Like, does he have one that you're taking care of right now? So I think he's, no, okay. I don't know why show me a lizard or a snake. I feel like you had like something. With scales, I don't know why. You showed me that. It's like a lizard, like a iguana. It's like brown though. It was brown with scales. That was interesting. I don't know what that is, but made me feel like it was in a cage and somebody was taking care of it. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that's from. I don't know. There's stuffed horse in the living room. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like that's interesting. Well, I don't know. Maybe I I don't know if that would be it, but um, it's brown. Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's a kind of a stretch, but Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll come to you later. I don't know why. It was like a scaly thing. It kind of looked like a lizard. I don't. It made me think like maybe there's like a. The one thing that made me think of, and I thought it was a pet, but maybe it's a. Is there a place that had like a symbol of a lizard that you would go to? Um, Maybe that's it. Like you like a restaurant that has a lizard for a symbol or something. Like like their logo. I don't. Maybe that's it. It made me think of a bar or something. I don't know why. Because that's what I was sitting here like. I was like, did I read that wrong? It was a pet. I thought it was a pet, but maybe it's a restaurant. Because like I know. Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's on a logo of some sort. Or, but if you can take it as the horse, maybe I don't know. Maybe he said it looked like a lizard at one point. I don't know. Then it would make sense. But I don't. I do feel like he's. I do feel like he's. I feel like he's like. If I don't feel like he's past, but I feel like he's like half in, half out, and I just, like, I don't want to say half in, but I don't. I feel like he's there, and I feel like he feels bad that you're not, like the connection with his family isn't as good as it should be, and he feels like that something to do with them and what they're doing, and did he have? Made me feel like did he have also like hit his head? Is that what caused this? I feel like there's something that like a whiplash or something. Was it kind of like an anomaly, like weird, or was it from the pills? I don't know. I don't know if there's something they're giving him in the hospital that's not making him right too, but I feel like well, hopefully there's still hope. I don't know. I don't feel that way, but I'll leave his love with you there, Anna. I feel like he's partially in spirit. And I feel like there's like, well, I talked about brown before, but I feel like there's like a brown teddy bear that you have too. Hello, Brooke. I don't know if you're still here, Anna, but okay. Doing good. How are you doing? Good, Brooke. You're currently pregnant. Congratulations, Ruby. Yeah, I said a brown teddy bear. I feel like he would have gave you one, or you have one. It was a present from Spirit. I don't know if he. I feel like you have one that he gave you. Oh, a white one. Well, I guess he's giving you a brown one. I don't know why it was brown, but yeah, I feel like he was like, I don't know if you collect teddy bears, but it was just a present from Spirit. I don't know if you. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. Oh, okay. In the living room, he gave it to you. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I guess he wants to give you I don't know why it's a brown, but he showed me a brown one, so maybe that's what it is. To give you another one. They have a bow around it. My daughter had a white one that had a bow around it. around his neck. That was her lovely. All right, Anna. Well, I'm sorry about your boyfriend, and I hope you get the answers you deserve. Aw. My heart goes out to you, and I'm sorry having to, it's hard seeing somebody you love that's, hurting. And I'll leave his love with you, and he's around you. Yep, he's around you right now. Yep, I believe it. Yep. Yeah. I feel like he does, he does twirl around you. Like he likes to twirl around you. I don't know, it's something about a whirlwind. Like you know. All right, I'll pull one more card for you, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, I pulled this for the second time today. I think that's for me more. Okay, hold on. Keep on pulling that card. Okay. Oh, you are your purpose. So, I think it's just, I feel like it's more of an angel. Like it looks like an angel, like behind you. It's almost like that whirlwind thing I was talking about. Oh, you like to dance around together. Like this picture. Yeah. Hi, Amy. I'm sorry. I've been on almost 4 hours. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be back on Sunday. I believe he is, but if I were to quick jump in to your energy, but I feel like your brother is happy with who you're with. Or was he a friend of his at one point? That I feel like he knew him, or so. Well, thank you, Anna. I'm sorry again about your boyfriend, but I'm back on Sunday, Amy. So, yeah, he's on with his. Oh, okay, with his kidneys. Okay. Yeah, Anna said that. Yeah. Yeah. There's something to do with his medicine that it just didn't work or something, though, I think. I think that's what it was. Remember I said that at the beginning, like something with medicine that didn't work or didn't agree with him, right? So I think that's what it is. Well, see, Amy, yeah, it was his best friend. Amy, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm sorry, I'm doing 2 readings at once. Yeah, so yeah, Anna, yeah, that's what I thought was something to do with his. I think the medicine has really messed him up, or whatever he was taking. There you go, Amy. Yeah, it was his best friend. That's funny. Well, he knows him. I mean, and he says, he's just happy that you found each other and are relying on each other. I feel like for comfort, but so he's happy. Yeah. I believe he is, Amy. He is. And it's funny because he'll say I know things of him. I could tell you some things. No, he's just kidding. But he knows him really well. So I mean, but I feel like he's grown too. Yeah. He knows. He's always around. He's around you guys. So. He thinks it's cute. He thinks it was kind of weird at first, but it's cute. You know what I mean? It's like, he's new. Something about being around you only around him because he liked you. I don't know. That's what he's saying. No, that's not it. He doesn't feel that way. But it's making a joke. But he does. He misses you too. He loves you. I can always give you more of a reading. I do private one-on-ones, and also I do lives. So you can always follow me, and then I will, on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and Tuesdays at 5. Okay, thank you, Amy. Oh, Anna, yeah, I know you miss him. Yeah, he loves you too. He loves you, Anna. Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna call it a night. You guys, thanks for coming, and I appreciate you all, and I'll leave all their love with you and love of spirit, and I'll see you again Sunday. Yeah, Sunday at 3. All right, thanks, Amy, for the roses. Appreciate it. I don't know. I'd love to read for you, Amy, on Sunday. Thank you too. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, I gotta find the thing. I gotta figure out where that one is.